Welcome. Let's pause for a moment. You can take a deep breath with me. In and out. How's that feel? Now we can start. If you've been feeling emotionally overwhelmed, anxious, exhausted, or even numb, I want you to hear this clearly. There may be nothing wrong with you. What you may be experiencing is your nervous system trying to protect you. Your nervous system has one primary job: safety. When it perceives stress or emotional pressure, long term responsibility, unresolved feelings, burnout, it shifts into survival mode. Have you ever experienced this? That's my question. And how does survival mode look like? Can maybe look like being anxious all the time or your anxiety increasing, feeling emotional flooding, like easily your emotions are high. Chronic exhaustion, for example, you sleep 8 hours and you wake up still tired, for example. Brain fog, not having clear thinking, having difficult to clarify, um, feeling disconnected, sometimes from our loved ones, right, from our jobs, or feeling too sensitive. This is not weakness. It just may be a biological response. So the problem isn't that the nervous system reacts, because it's a natural response, right? The problem is that many of us live prolonged stress without any enough regulation or recovery. For example, when we are working too many hours, more than that is healthy for us, for example, for our emotional well being or even physically well being, right? You don't get enough sleep, and you know you need more sleep to feel more nurtured. So over time, we don't have enough time to recover ourselves. Our system becomes overloaded, and this overload feels like emotional overwhelm. So healing doesn't begin by forcing yourself to calm down, right? Oh, I'm going to calm down. I'm going to calm down. No. It begins by creating safety. And how do we create this safety? There are many techniques. The ones that I find that it works for me and most people that I advise and my clients is through grounding. This may be, just walking home with walking inside your house, I mean, or bare feet, for example. Or if better, if you can walk in nature, bare feet, excellent. It's another technique for grounding, being in nature. Through breath, you can do it anywhere, anytime, right? Through slowing the body. For example, what I've noticed that I'm always in the rush. And so I have to be aware. I try to do this exercise to be aware that I'm always in the rush and stop. And even when I don't need to be in a rush, this is due of my years of nursing practice, always running from one patient to the other, for example. So, and when we are aware and we are analyzing ourselves or reflecting, it's good to have some emotional awareness without judgment. Be compassionate with yourself when doing these exercises. For example, you can use journaling prompts also. And so it can help you guide you through this self-awareness exercises. And when the body starts to feel safe, the the nervous system shifts. So instead of being in reactive mode, right, we start to feel more regulated and start to have more clarity in our thoughts and our actions. So what I can say is there's nothing wrong with you if you're feeling all this. Your body's just trying to help you. And it signals, like with pain in your body, for example. It's one of the things that your body is always communicating with you. Sometimes you have to pause to acknowledge that, to give the opportunity to be aware of our body's language, what's communicating to us. So healing begins with this compassion. When we meet with compassion, when we meet our body with compassion. So my advice today is, may you move gently, and remember, gentleness is powerful. Take care of yourself.